We lost the die roll. Unfortunate. They rolled a 6 and we rolled a 1. All right, chat. Here we are. It's the finals of the Team Lotus Box 8-player Octagon. Of course, it's 8 players because it's an Octagon. We're playing humans versus Underworld Breach. Oh, and we have a Cavern hand, but we have no Hate Bears. But we do have Champion of the Parish into Uncounterable Palace Jailer, which I don't think I can throw away. I don't think I can throw it away. It's not good. This is not good. This is not a good hand. But I do think it's in my range of keepable hands. I mean, we have a draw, not me, and then we probably have at least 2 more draws after that. And I have an active Cavern for a Thalia or a Prelate, and I have a Prelate on 2 if needed, so I'm going to keep this hand. It has downsides, but I think it's worth it. We're playing against Underworld Breach. Not a great draw. So I'm going to lead on this Pearl and see if I can get it countered. All right, see if I can get this Lotus countered. All right, Champion. All right, Cavern naming human. Obviously, I didn't want the Lotus to get countered, but I mean, if we get turn 2 killed, we get turn 2 killed. But we have a bunch of draws along the way here. Not a good draw. See if they have an end of turn Vampiric, we probably lose. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, they didn't have an end of turn Vampiric. That's good for us. We also have another draw off of Horizon Canopy if we were to draw like a Mox or something, but we do need to find a Thalia or a Prelate off of our draw step, I think. Night's Whisper? That'd be great. Not Demonic Tutor. Night's Whisper would be ideal. It's Demonic Tutor. That's quite bad for us. Quite bad. We probably don't have many more draws here. Plays the Lotus now. Mentor? Interesting. I've already used my Jailer. Mayor. No, you probably got Black Lotus off of the Demonic Tutor. No, I want to play a Lord this turn. I'm probably going to play Caracas and play Thalia's Lieutenant and attack with just the Champion of the Parish. That way I have 2 blockers. It's probably the best play, I think. I mean, maybe Mayor is a better play. Unfortunately, we still have no cards that restrict this Mentor. But I have to attack for sure. I mean, maybe if they steal the monastery, maybe if they steal the monarch, it's not a big deal. Maybe we just swing for 7. No, I'm actually down to swing for 7, I think. I don't think the Monarch's gonna matter if our opponent steals it. Like, the Mentor is either gonna kill us or it doesn't, right? They have no legendaries, so I guess it makes more sense to just play Canopy. When would this matter? Well, I guess it matters in case I want to cast Once Upon a Time and play a different land next turn, so we should just play Canopy. Alright. I don't hate a Wasteland draw, but it's not great. If I was going to make this play, I'd almost rather have played Mayor and blocked with Mayor, because this Thalia's Lieutenant can grow where the Mayor can't. I think Mayor was a better play. Still no red sources, but as long as they have like multiple preordained, it's like really bad for us. All right, so they have Merchant Scroll for Ancestral. Oh, there have been worse things for us. We could choose just to not block, yeah. Definitely possible. I think we just can't win, fairly likely, but they hit any Moxen here, it's really bad. They hit no Moxen. Possible. Night's Whisper. I can just hit the black source with a Wasteland and play a. I'm gonna let them steal the Monarch. I think it's better to have this Thalia's Lieutenant in play. Now the question becomes: is it better to cast? Ooh, man. Maybe we don't. Maybe we play Mayor into Thalia's Lieutenant. Or maybe we play Thalia's Lieutenant into Mayor. Because I don't think getting a counter on the Mayor is going to matter. Or we just play Thalia's Lieutenant in Wasteland. I don't want to Wasteland first because they can Gush. Pretty sure I just want to play Thalia's Lieutenant. Okay. Should we play Mayor? Currently, this is a lethal attack, so they chump here and take 7 and go to 5. If we play Mayor, it's already a lethal attack. They already have to chump. If I play Mayor, they have to chump, and they take 5, unless they have a Force of Will in their hand. I don't want to play directly into Force of Will for no reason. I think I'm going to end up Wastelanding. I mean, they could just play a million spells next turn and we could never win, but fine, I guess. Hopefully the Wasteland will help. They didn't have a Mox last turn. It's true. It's true. This is game 1. This is game 1. They drew a Mox. I mean, they could just have Underworld Breach and kill us, right? I mean, they just had it. So what am I going to do? Maybe I could have cast Once Upon a Time and try to find a Thalia, but I don't think that's very good. We just drew none of our hate pieces, unfortunately. We just drew an aggro hand, and it was almost good enough, but the mentor was too much. Unfortunate. All right, we're just going to bring in Collector Oof and Deafening Silence. And they didn't play any creatures post board. No. We might have just gotten baited by our hand. It's quite possible that's the case. What did I take out last time? It was like one Once Upon a Time, one Lieutenant, and one Mayor. Maybe we just got baited by our hand. It was still pretty strong. Like, they kind of had to either combo kill us or have Mentor. I don't know. It doesn't really make a lot of sense in my mind to cast Once Upon a Time and try to find Athalia. So I don't really think we like misplayed. Like, after keeping the hand, I don't think we made misplays, but the keeping the hand itself might have been a misplay. It's possible. I don't think I'm like willing to ever mulligan that hand though. Like, we had what, 3 or 4 draws that were live. Like, if we drew a prelate on any of those draws, we win the game, right? If we draw a prelate on any of those draws, we prelate for 2 and win the game. So, I mean, we drew what, a dead Once Upon a Time. So I don't know. I think we could have drawn better. But I think I'd probably keep it again, to be perfectly honest. So, I don't know. Yeah. Not much to say, really, besides was it a keep or not. I think, like, all the rest of it was pretty straightforward. Because I don't think, like, playing I think Wastelanding there is, like, much better, so. Eh. Alright, well, we get to be on the play. Like, if we were on the play, we would have also won that game, right? So. I mean, I think you need a disruptive hand, but, like, that's about as powerful as your hand gets while not being disrupted. We had turn 1 uncounterable, like, Jailer and things. So. We just needed to draw a disruption spell in our first, like, 4. Like, we had 4 draws for free before we had, like, we had a lot of draws, and we just didn't find anything. Yeah, this hand's great. Keep. We've had a lot of caverns, though, to be fair. We've drawn quite well on the cavern part, so. I'm not unhappy. The only worry with a hand like this is, like, the counter the Ruby. Because Rick is a bad card. Like, they can't always have Mentor Lotus, yeah? I mean, we have, like, 2 lands that draw cards, so I'm not, like, super worried about flooding here. Everyone loves Rick, but that card is just not good. Even if this gets forced, we still have turn 1 Noble Hierarch, so it's not really the end of the world. Like, I get that that card's a meme and everything from, like, a weird set that they should never have released, but so over it. This isn't good enough to beat opponent, but it's quite good. Yeah, Rick's just not a very good card. You don't want a 4-drop in your deck. Like, Jailer's already pushing the limit. It's like a very Win More style card. They had a Mox in their opener. They have 2 Moxes in their opener? Oh, okay. They have a Probe, sure. Yeah, if we just draw a prelate, then we're in great shape. Drew another Noble Hierarch. Yeah. I mean, they're tapped out, so they're both uncounterable, so. And we can draw into a 2-drop next turn. Or we can draw into like any drop next turn. Alright, they know my whole hand. We've got 4 damage coming in on turn 2. Thalia is a legendary creature, so we can only have one in play. I wish it was a Glow Rider right now, but nope. The Preordain? Sure, I'm in. I love when players play 2 mana Preordain. It makes me very happy. You can play Glow Riders in a humans list. I just think it's a lot worse than playing like a prelate in most matchups. All right, they have a fetch land. All right, how about a prelate? I'll take a general here. Cavern's fine. All right, we've bricked really hard. We've drawn way more cards than our opponent this game, but I guess not way more. I guess probably similar number of cards actually. All right. I mean, they're at 10. So it's not like we're not doing anything, but I was hoping for a hate bear of some sort on that draw. We did draw 3 cards that turn, and we found 2 mana sources and a champion of the parish, so didn't run very hot there. Still thinking about maybe it was a bad hand to keep in game 1, but oh well. You can't always have a cavern in your hand either. Like a big selling point of our game 1 hand is we had a cavern. Cavern is like probably the most important card in the matchup. So yeah, that's because more decks play Thalia plus Glow Rider. Maybe not anymore actually, but it might attack. What if we draw a Thalia's Lieutenant? Then it's most certainly attacking. Playing the champion is definitely makes sense. So we won't be able to play a Thalia a 3 mana card this turn because I decided to keep all of my creatures. We drew a Lotus anyways. Okay, Thalia gets in there. The nice part about attacking with Thalia is if they don't want to lose the life, we have a Thalia backup, so they'll probably just take it until they're almost dead. We're going to probably lose this game because we broke down all of our draws, is my assumption. But it's possible that just Thalia beats for 4 on turn 1, like a hollow one, is going to be good enough. I don't really like Tabernacle against this deck. I think it's not that good. It's obviously it's like fine, but looks like they're going to Lightning Bolt this. Or Swords it, or Braid it, or something, which is fine by me. I'm super okay with that. Yeah. I'm going to name Oof on this one. Though it's pretty unlikely. Maybe I'm actually going to name Human on this one. So I'm never going to play an Oof with the current mana state. Name Human again, I think. I mean, they knew I had a Thalia. They were just trying to save life totals, so... Now we can attack with both. Like a Thalia's Lieutenant's a pretty reasonable draw. I mean, the Moxen ends up being reasonable because we have all of these cards to pay for with the Tabernacle, but it's real tough. It's real tough. Red, blue. You have a Lightning Bolt as well. I mean, all they have in their deck is 1 Lightning Bolt, 1 Abrade, 1 Swords. So they have a Dak Fade in. Steal a Mox is pretty reasonable, I guess. No, I'm just going to plus. Yeah, we're not touching that card. We're going straight face. Currently, we're going to deal 4. If we hit a creature, we deal 5. And then it's a 2-turn clock. So we have 2 draws for our creature, basically. Discarded Surgical Extraction? That's an odd one to bring in. I think I'm going to leave 1 Hierarch, 1 Cavern up. I could technically... Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. We just drew another land. Alright. I'm going to play... Am I going to play all of it? Guess it doesn't matter until post-combat anyways. I can just attack with these. I think I'm just playing all of it and saying I have nothing go. I guess. I mean, I still need to draw a human. If I don't draw a human, I don't have lethal here. I've drawn so many mana sources. I've drawn 1 creature this game, maybe? 2 creatures, I guess? I don't know. Like, we had 2 more lands that we cycled away. We've drawn just actual, factual nothing. No, I wanted to name a second on human. Because I wasn't going to play a Collector Roof. I guess now I could consider playing a Collector Roof, but... Pitched a Wear Tear. I mean, like, there's nothing I can do. It's not like my humans deck hasn't drawn extra cards either. We drew 2 extra cards this game. They're right. They can't fetch, which is good. But I'm still pretty worried. Currently, not in a great spot. I mean, any creature and opponent not having removal is a win, so it's not a bad spot, but been a pretty awkward game. Maybe this is like a pretty good example of why we should have mulliganed game 1, because like look how good one Thalia was. No, dig through time, leaving swords. Sure. I mean, I think we should win this game. We just need to draw a human here. Pretty unlikely for that. I mean, they could easily find lightning bolt, I guess. Oh, they weren't dead, but I'll take it. Any creature wins. We would have won. All right, it's fine. Like, because the champion grows, but yeah. Do I want to change anything about what I did? Not really. Not really. It definitely makes me think that maybe I just punted away game 1 by keeping that hand. But I also think we just drew badly in game 1 as well, right? We just didn't draw a Thalia or a Prelate or Camball out of 9. I had 9 like really solid draws in game 1. So yeah. If they find Bolt, any Lord should win. Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. A Lord bumps the Prelate all the way to 4 as it is, and then all of the Noble Hierarchs would get pumped, because I wasn't going to pay the Noble Hierarchs on the Noble Hierarchs that time. I had a Black Lotus to use, so. I mean, that's just not how it was, though, We drew cards. We drew multiple extra cards that game. We just, like we did draw extra cards that game. We just didn't draw the right ones. It's not even like if we had drawn a Once Upon a Time in that game, it was like pretty reasonable. I think it would have gotten forced, but like we could had a lot of mana. We could cast things. All right. I'm just gonna wait till 45 seconds, and then we can jump into game 3 of the finals for all the monies. For all the monies. I specifically cut the 2 Lavinias from this deck because I didn't want Pyroblast targets. Maybe I could put the Lavinias in the sideboard, theoretically, but I just don't like them very much. All right, let's get into this. Game 3. Octagon finals. That's not even close to being good enough. They mulligan. We're gonna mulligan. That one's not good enough either. We haven't had to mulligan a lot tonight, and our deck does mulligan quite a lot, so I think we've drawn opening hands fairly well. Like, we've had some pretty strong opening hands, like lots of Moxen, lots of Caverns. We haven't mulliganed that much, so in that aspect, we've been quite lucky, I would say. I'm going to mulligan this hand as well. It's not fast enough. And we have the power of the London mulligan, so there's only a certain subsection of cards we need, and you don't really need a lot of them, theoretically. Like, we won that last game basically off the back of, like, Thalia double Hierarch. So they kept their 6-card hand. We're going to mulligan again. This hand is much better. This hand has tons of stuff. This is castable on turn 2. This is castable on turn 2. Yes, this is a keep. Now my question is, am I bottoming Once Upon a Time? I'm bottoming Thalia's Lieutenant no matter what. The question then becomes, are we bottoming Once Upon a Time? Are we bottoming Deafening Silence? Or are we bottoming Unclaimed Territory? And I think, theoretically, I want to bottom Unclaimed Territory and give myself the option of hitting... Well, what do I even want to hit off Once Upon a Time? A white land on turn 1? Do I even have those? I have like a very few amount of white lands on turn 1. I guess Wasteland is not unreasonable. Like, keeping both lands means I know what my, my first turn is a Hierarch uncounterable. My second turn is uncounterable my second turn is Deafening Silence into uncounterable Thalia. I think I want to pitch the Once Upon a Time. I just can't see what I would, like, I'm gonna almost always take a land off of this anyways, right? I guess I can draw a card for turn and see. Let's try this, I think. I don't think I'm supposed to cast this Once Upon a Time until my draw, after my draw, my first main. So I have more information. Sapphire start. They have a Night's Whisper. It'd be really unfortunate. It's like it. Or is it Demonic Tutor? Last time I asked if it was Night's Whisper or Demonic Tutor, it was Demonic Tutor. Well, turn 1 Sapphire Demonic Tutor is really, really good for Breach. Theoretically, they can get any piece of their combo and will be in pretty rough shape. Now that opponent has gone turn 1 Demonic Tutor, I think it's even more. It is more likely for me to try to jam a Silence. We can still play turn 2 Thalia. Maybe we'll just draw a Black Lotus and everything will get easy. Interesting. We missed on land drops, by the way. I don't know. I guess we would have. I mean, we would have had 3 mana sources and we would have drawn multiple prelates. I feel like I don't know about this Once Upon a Time chat. I feel like we were supposed to keep this territory. What am I supposed to keep here? Am I just supposed to keep a Thalia, a prelate? Like, these cards don't do anything. Well, I guess second prelate is better. I have to draw a land at some point, though. They have to not have Lightning Bolt for my Noble Hierarch. I think we fucked this game up. Feel like just keeping the territory was better. I don't think I'm supposed to take Bob, and I think second Thalia is bad, so I think I would rather just take a prelate. Oh, I don't know. I think maybe we just made a mistake, and we were just supposed to take the guaranteed land. I guess if we had drawn land for turn, we would have rather had Once Upon a Time. So they don't want to tutor for Ancestral. That makes sense. All right, so hopefully we're going to get to at least deploy a Thalia. If not, we can deploy a prelate next turn. We might, if we hit a land drop, we might just go prelate 2. It's definitely possible. That's a Nice Whisper. Sure, they have 7 cards in hand. They had 4 cards in hand. Now they have 7 cards in hand. All right, okay. We get to play Magic. How to land? Sucks. I don't know. Oh, shit. I wish we just like kept our 2. Like we would have, we would have had turn 2 prelate. I guess this is fine too. I don't know. No, we would have had turn 2 Deafening Silence plus Thalia instead of just turn 2 Thalia. Sure, Dak Faden. I mean, I think if we can just jam these prelates, we can probably just stop them from being able to win, right? We just need to draw a land. If we draw a land this turn, this is super winnable. Super winnable. I think we have to prelate on 2. They have 2 removal spells on 1 removal spell on 2. I don't know. Could be on 1 still. We drew Petal. I guess we can resolve an uncounterable Silence. That might just be better here. Because of my Thalia. And I think I'm going to attack Dak Faden because this game is going to go long. Maybe it's... I think this game is going to be by lockout and not by Swarm, so this might be good enough. I'm pretty sure I'm on prelate for 1 now because I have a Resolve Silence. So they're gonna put Ancestral and then cast they can only cast Ancestral. They probably shouldn't cast Ancestral this turn. They should probably cast it on my turn. Or they might get Demonic Tutor to get a removal spell. They have Wear Tear in their deck for Silence. This might target Demonic Tutor for either Lightning Bolt, Wear Tear, or a Braid. Wear is how much mana? A white mana? Or Wear. They could also go Mentor. Okay. Wear Tear costs 1 mana, but can they fuse it? I don't know how the hell that works. Does it cost 3 mana? I couldn't tell you. What did they target? They targeted Demonic Tutor. Reasonable. Silence resolved because we had a Thalia and they were tapped out. So it was always going to resolve. So this is going to Demonic Tutor for Lightning Bolt for Thalia, maybe? Alright, I just want to hit a land and deploy Prelate on 1, please. What did they Demonic Tutor for? Alright, so I can resolve a Prelate if they kill my Thalia here. So I'm going to attack with Thalia first. Because currently my Lotus Petal costs 1 mana, but if they kill my Thalia, it costs 0. Alright, well, they didn't get a removal spell. They probably got a... Alright, what do I do then? Do I just play a Bob? Or do I just play this Noble Hierarch? Probably just play Noble Hierarch Lotus Petal, right? No. Oh, they didn't cast Demonic Tutor. What? I mean, maybe I'm still getting Lightning Bolted, I guess. I don't know. I mean, End of Turn Bolt works out okay for us. We still have an active Silence, so... They can't, like, Demonic Tutor and Wear on the same turn. Oh, they didn't have a Bolt. Oh, I mean, they didn't Demonic Tutor, right? They still have Demonic Tutor in their hand. Alright, now they have Wear. Maybe they... I mean, I think they should probably Demonic Tutor for Mentor. Maybe Mentor's not good enough if we have... They know we have Prelate in our hand. Time Walk. You can only cast 1 spell a turn, though. So Time Walk doesn't do very much. Opponent's also on 5 minutes on clock. I don't know if we're playing to clock. I don't know if that's kosher here, but... Thing is, I'm streaming and I have 10 minutes on clock. I don't know. This Deafening Silence is quite good. I think we should win this game. This should be Demonic Tutor, right? But next turn we have an uncounterable Prelate. How much does Wear Tear cost, chat? If they fuse it, it costs 3, right? I don't know how Wear Tear works against Prelate. Or does it just always cost 3? Does it cost 1 if they try to just cast Wear? No, I converted mana cost, not cost on the stack. One, two, three, four. If we draw a land, we can play Prelate Bob. What is this? They tutored Mentor. They tutored Mentor. Okay. All right, so now do we name Prelate on 1 or Prelate on 2? Prelate on 1, I think, right? They know Demonic Time Walk. No, Prelate on 2, so they can't... Well, they can't play 2 spells in 1 turn. I guess I'm just going to Prelate on 1, I think. We still haven't hit more land drops, but we're going to start to lock them out of spells. This has got to be 1. I think it's got to be 1. 2s cost 3, so I'm going with 1. I'm not even going to attack. Well, I guess there's no reason not to attack. All right, we'll name 1, and then we'll name 2, and then we'll name 3, I guess. Maybe we have to name 3 next so that they can't kill the Deafening Silence ever? I don't know. Doesn't sound right. Back fade in. Oh, I've got a F3 so they don't steal my pedal. That's their only spell for the turn. I don't care about on the stack. I care about can they cast it. Are they going to try to steal this pedal? No. Oh. No attack. We can't draw a land, chat. There's been no lands in our top 12 cards. I'm naming 2 on this one. And then we'll name 3. I mean, I should have maybe just cast this jet. Whatever, I don't care. I guess I can attack him here for 4. It's a 4 power first strike. If they cast a gush, they will have 3, and I'll still first strike. Maybe I can attack Dak Fade in. Attack Dak Fade in. They probably just chump with Monk. They just let Dak die. Okay, I'm cool with that. They have an end of turn bolt, or they can't bolt. They have prelate. All right, so now we prelate on 3, and I think we win. It's almost locked. We did not draw a single land this game, but thankfully Jeskai plays no wastelands, so I guess theoretically there's no downside to me. Well, they can force. Yeah, I don't want them to force. I love 4 prelate decks. Am I still attacking? If they play Gush or Dig Through Time, it's still a good attack because we have first strike, so. Man, the prelate life, it might just be good enough. Wow, I feel like we got quite lucky. I feel like we got quite lucky in this one. I mean, we did miss on all of our land drops forever. we did miss all the land drops forever. I theoretically can attack all. I'm not going to attack all here. I'm just going to attack with Thalia. It's locked up. I'm not even playing this Dark Confidant, I don't think. I don't think there's any reason to give them another token for like a hardcast force. The Deafening Silence, opponent tapping out so that our Deafening Silence resolved was probably the key point of this match. I think that was like the key play in this match was the Deafening Silence being uncounterable due to opponent tapping out with Thalia in play. I think we like would have easily won this game if we hadn't taken the Once Upon a Time, but Yeah, we got there. Yeah, vintage Lotus box champion number 1. Humans taking the cash money. Very nice. Very nice. Pretty nice. I'll take the clean. Take the clean hundo. I'll take a clean hundo for a night with humans. Not bad. Bad. We probably made a mistake by keeping that game one hand, but all right. Well, I think that was dope. I like it. I'll probably play in another one. Nice short little stream, 2.5 hours. Make a couple dollars. There's no like anything else after this, right? I think I'm just going to close her up and send y'all somewhere. I'm just seeing if they're gonna be doing more streaming. I don't really know what's going on. Anyways, there's like 160 people here. If you're new here, my name is Justin. I'm actually level 1 and I stream Vintage Magic the Gathering. I do that weekly on at least Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, and Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern for the Mythic Society weekly event and the Vintage Challenge. If you're interested in learning more about Vintage, check out my YouTube channel. Following here and subscribing on YouTube, both of those are free actions that help you and help me grow the channel and get Vintage out to more people. Vintage is super affordable on Magic Online right now, in comparison to like trying to play in paper, which you shouldn't do anyways. And it's a really, really fun format in my mind. I think it's really well balanced. Obviously, look, I just took champion of the parish and won a tournament with it, right? Pretty clearly balanced format. So follow the stream, subscribe on YouTube. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern. So around this time tomorrow night, we'll be playing the Mythic Society weekly event. It's like an F&M style event, pretty low cost entry, low payout. So we'll play some kind of brew. Last week we played this crazy Paradox Engine deck. The week before that we played this weird green-white pig pile. That's this thing. So yeah. There's a lot of things going on in Vintage, and there's a lot of places to brew. So I'm not exactly sure what we're going to play tomorrow night, but I'm sure it will be hype. Until then, I will find... Oh, that's a good place to send you. I'm going to send you guys over to Doomwake. Doomwake is Devin. Devin is a powerful magician as well. He is a partner streamer who typically plays Magic Online, lots of Modern and Pioneer and those kind of things. So say hi to Devin for me, and hopefully you'll check him out. I'm going to throw a raid together, and then I will catch everybody tomorrow for the Mythic Society event. Thank you for stopping by. I raid you now.